What's up, Argos Empire? It's Jube from Section 122, ArgosEndzone.com. Time for Week 14 action as the Argos are on the road to take on the Eskimos this Saturday. Let's take a quick look back at last week and what happened. Argos roll into Calgary, where the Stampeders have won, I believe, 22 straight home games, something like that. It's just a big, crazy number. Just roll in first place in the West, playoff spot clinched, and what happens? Argos roll in, the Empire rolled over them. Unreal. Zach Collaros, Offensive Player of the Week, 4 touchdowns. Andre Dury, Canadian Player of the Week. It was awesome. It was just awesome. If you missed the game, you definitely missed the game. So, final game of this epic 4-game road trip, off to Edmonton. So, is Edmonton a challenge? Well, if you look at the standings, they're not. But Edmonton has been very, very close for so long, and is now actually starting to win some of these games late. Edmonton is dangerous. They're not out of this just yet. And it's at Commonwealth, so they've got that home field advantage. Those fans, because they've been begging and pleading so long for anything positive, have now got it, so they should be a loud, boisterous group, in theory. But Toronto's rolling in on, and I mean rolling in. 3 straight road wins against Montreal, Saskatchewan, and Calgary. None of those are easy wins. And now into Edmonton. So this is going to be a lot of fun because now a lot of people were saying that with Ricky Ray out, if Collaros could get a split over the games in between, then it would be considered a win. Well, he's gone 3-1 since Ricky Ray was out, who I believe might be eligible to come back next week. Haven't heard a peep about him yet because Collaros is playing just so well. This is a great problem to have for the coaching staff. Which successful quarterback you want to put in there? So, and from everything I've heard, they're both great team guys that aren't going to let Eagles get in the way of this. So this could be a lot of fun. So, heading into Edmonton then, you always got to be aware of Fred Stamps. He's on a bit of a limp, but I think he's probably going to be playing. And Riley's just that great. You can't knock him out. Holy crap, the Edmonton quarterback, Riley, is just, he's, you remember Rocky IV? He's not the man made of iron. That's what it's like. You just can't stop this guy. And he's making the plays. He's staying in there, he's making plays. So big time on the defense. They've got to stop that passing game and not let him get comfortable. So now you've got that combination of defensive backfield not giving you any opportunities, and the front seven put enough pressure on him to force him to the turnovers. That's what you got to hope for, of course. So myself, I'm thinking this is going to be a big Marcus Ball week. I think that Marcus Ball is going to be playing very well in pass coverage and also on the run support, probably putting a little bit of pressure on the quarterback at the same time. I don't know why. There's this voice over here that keeps yelling pick 6 for Marcus Ball this week. See what happens, right? Just kind of coming out here. Now, on the offensive side of the ball, if you're not watching Zach Collaros, you're not watching the Argos. He has had a fantastic road trip, and he's really going to set the tone for how this team is going to be playing in this game. So I would say that you're going to watch Collaros coming off the huge week there this past week on offense. Marcus Ball is going to be making his presence felt on defense, as he always does. But who should you be following this week? This one's a real easy one. You got to be following Beth Waldman. That's Argo Beth. Okay? She's the Vice President of Marketing Communications with the Toronto Argonauts. Clearly connected into the whole thing. Very, very active in social media. It's her birthday. Happy birthday, Argo Beth! From all of us here at ArgosEndzone.com, happy birthday. Follow Argo Beth. You will not be disappointed. So, prediction time then. Every game has been very, very tight, very close. So I see that trend continuing. So I'm going to say, but it's always that late. This is going to be the great thing. If you miss the start of this game, it could happen, okay? You might miss the start. Don't miss the end. Because, as the CFL always says, no lead is safe. And both these teams are notorious for great fourth quarter comebacks. So, regardless of what the score is at halftime or even at the end of the third quarter, watch the whole game. It's going to be a blast. So I'm going to call it right now that we're going to see a 36-29 win for your Toronto Argonauts. 36-30, just to cover that rouge in there. All right? Saturday night, TSN, Toronto on the road to Edmonton, last of the 4-game road trip before they finally come back home to squash the Tiger Cats next week. But we'll worry about that next week. Right now, focusing on stopping that green and gold in their backyard and keeping this momentum rolling. Speaking of momentum, Argos win, guaranteed in the playoffs. They clinch a playoff spot with a win this week. How cool is that? Which means we're much closer to a home playoff game. Yes. Okay, so enjoy the game. We'll see you next week. Oh, before I forget, make sure you like this. If there's anything you like, give us a little thumbs up. Any comments? Love to hear some comments. Anything you want to see, bring it on. We'll bring it to you. So, enjoy the game. And this is Jube from Section 122, ArgosEndzone.com, saying, we ride the rail, we ride it hard.